Hello friends, today I would like to bring your attention to a recent incident which happened at Bhima Koregaon, a village close to Pune district of the Maharashtra state, where a Dalit has been killed. Clearly, the core objectives of the Indian Constitution, justice, equality, liberty and fraternity, had been violated and compromised. Just a few days back, if you remember, the ruling party BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party's Minister of State for Employment and Skill Development, made a controversial statement pushing the urge towards building a Hindutva Rashtra and to change the Constitution of India. He went on to say that secular people do not have an identity of parental blood. Now, it is no surprise to me that incidents like that in Bhima Koregaon happened because society is being poisoned with conflicts and differences. And we are seeing a march for Hindutva Rashtra emerging quite powerfully and quite evidently in the societies, and which is a dangerous thing to happen in a great democratic nation like India. Maharashtra was called off. All the major urban cities in Maharashtra, Thane, Mumbai, Pune, Kolhapur, and as far as Nagpur was completely shut down. Well, Bhima Koregaon's battle was a battle for the Dalits, for their self-respect and equality. Thus, a larger question needs to be asked and answered: is the preamble of the Indian Constitution defensible in current circumstances? Preamble is an integral part of the Indian Constitution. It declares the nature of Indian state to be of a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic polity. To understand democracy of India, we need to understand Indian Constitution. Post India's independence from the colonial British rule in 1947, India has functioned as a very strong democratic nation in the world. Many foreign observers had felt that India could not survive as a single country and that it would break down into many parts, wherein each region or linguistic groups could form a nation of its own. However, India is still united and is still very much democratic, because right from day one of the Indian Constitution enactment in 1949, each individual who is 21 years old has been given the eligibility or the right to vote. Unlike in USA or UK, where the right to vote was limited only to a few, based on economical status or social status or gender. Hence, this strengthens the fact that India continues to remain one of the strongest nations of the world. However, in current circumstances, we see a lack of effective opposition to the ruling party, which is very much essential for the successful operation of the parliamentary democracy prevalent in India. It needs to check the autocratic tendencies of the ruling party and to provide an alternative government. It must play a constructive role in the functioning of the politics and in the process of nation building. It is also worthwhile to note that 16 general elections have been held so far since 1952, which implies that the democracy is still intact and that supreme power lies with the people of India. Well, the next general elections is due next year in 2019, and each voter will have an opportunity to cast a vote and to defend the preamble of the Indian Constitution. India is neither a dependency nor a dominion of any other nation, but an independent state. India can acquire a foreign territory or cede a part of its territory in favor of a foreign state. Thus, one must conclude that India remains a sovereign nation, even though one might argue that India's membership with the Commonwealth of Nations, where British Crown is considered at its apex, and its membership with the United Nations organization would put a limitation to its sovereignty. Well, the answer is no, because India can very much manage or handle its internal and external affairs as it has been handling the China borders and the Pakistan borders. India's brand of socialism is a democratic socialism, which holds faith in a mixed economy. When I say mixed economy, it means that all public sector and the private sector, they coexist. And through reservations, we are also empowering the deprived class. And on the other hand, the taxpayers' money is being utilized to invest in services to be provided for common people and to the general public, such as government hospitals, education, schools, colleges, and etc. However, one might argue that the new economic policy of 1991, which brought a wide range of liberalization, privatization, and globalization, it may have diluted the socialist credentials of Indian state. Yes, to some extent, and we can see that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting more poorer. Thus, it could be a question mark to the core objectives of the Indian Constitution. However, we believe in a mixed blend of Marxism and Gandhism, more inclined towards Gandhian socialism. India is a very much a secular nation. Its Article 25 to 28 speaks about the secular nature of the Indian state, wherein Article 25 particularly mentions that all religions are welcome. All persons are equally entitled to freedom of conscience and the right to freely profess, practice, and propagate any religion. This is the unique thing about India. India has always welcomed any religion. All religions have come peacefully to India, and we continue to remain as a land where all religions are welcomed, and it is still perceived as a great land where all major religions coexist peacefully. Well, coming back to the original point that we started about the issue, the Dalit issues people are facing, the equality status not up to the mark, and the Bhima Koregaon Ranstambha, which is the victory pillar, it may still stand tall and maybe unshaken. However, one cannot shy away from the fact that it is increasingly becoming difficult to justify or defend the preamble of our constitution.